Okay, good morning. This is 7805 Beartooth Cave Court, which is a bit of a mouthful, but it immediately wins the award for best street name. Pretty cool. Beartooth Cave Court. There's a little bit of traffic noise coming from over there. Not too bad. Nice big shade tree here. You can see there something going on with the little mason jars up there. I'm not sure what that is, growing something, a whole bunch of them. And hummingbird feeder. The first thing I noticed when I first drove up was a bit of cosmetic issues with the paint right there. Looks like somebody might have bumped into it. There's the condensers. So these are straight cool machines. Means you're gonna have two gas furnaces up in the attic, and these aren't getting any younger. They're gonna be about 20 years old, 22 years old. The house was built in '03, but those look like they're in great condition, and that's a good brand. The exterior is probably just about ready for a paint job. There's just a little bit of the cosmetic stuff going on here. It's not too bad, but it's just about ready for a paint job, so that tells me it's probably the original paint from '03. Yeah, you got something going on here, some kind of access panel was added there for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's the electric for the floodlights, but there's the pressure relief valve for the plumbing. I don't see it leaking there, but it's all wrapped up with towels. So you come inside, it's a little bit of a low ceiling here by some people's standards. I'm 6'2", I can reach up and touch it if I just get on my toes. There's speakers here, 2 of them, 3, 4. So there's speakers throughout right here. Doggy door. I don't know why these walls exist anymore, but most people just want to get rid of those. As soon as you rip that out, though, you're going to have to replace probably all the tile in this area, because, I don't know, this is pretty common tile. You could probably find a replacement to fit in those ones that you'd have to remove. The carpet's not in bad shape, and it doesn't feel too thin or cheap, but it's got a little bit of mileage on it. You can tell it's not really, it's not neglected though. It's in okay condition. So is this a Lazy Susan down here? What's going on? I'm not sure what this deal is there. That oven's got a little bit of mileage on it. Same with the microwave. But they don't look bad. The sink is kind of chipped up a little. You can have it refinished. It's a good, solid, big, deep metal sink. It's not bad. Probably the original sink. There's a pantry. Hey now. Dirty. So, yeah, you'd probably benefit by a good cleaning there at the oven. So, let's check the backyard. Then we'll go upstairs. So it's kind of a family friendly back here. This isn't bad. The artificial turf here looks like it's old and or kind of a DIY install, like the homeowner did it themselves, which isn't terrible. But yeah, there's a disconnect box and a power whip just lying there. I don't know what that's supposed to be connected to, but it's not connected anymore, or I'm not sure where that was originally going. So it looks like it feeds this disconnect box here. I'm not sure what that is. It could be that the pool equipment used to be over here and they moved it somewhere else. Otherwise, I'm not sure why you would have this disconnect there at all. Yeah, there's 2 disconnects there for the condensers. There's a power disconnect here that doesn't seem to go to anything, it goes into the ground. And you got some conduit there feeding another one here. Maybe it has something to do with the floodlights. Anyway, looks like they added these to the retaining wall. The little top layer looks brand new. And I noticed there's a hole here to install an umbrella, but there's no the holes for the kid gate, the children protection gate. But you could easily add a gate right across here from the house over to the wall and isolate this whole area here with the pool. So that'd be an easy install. You don't necessarily need to string a gate all the way around. You could just add right there. Here's the pool equipment, and it is absolutely silent. So either it's not running or it's super quiet. It looks like it's in good condition. And see, here we have the power and the controls for the pool equipment. It could be that those disconnect boxes on the other side have something to do with this. Maybe they removed, but I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, the exterior's getting to the point where it needs paint. You can see the underlayer kind of showing through. So it's ready for paint. I would call that a value-related issue because it'll be a few $1,000s at least. I usually don't call anything value-related till you get to about 1%. So it looks almost like you get a little bit of water evidence of what could be water damage on the edges here. So you might have some tiles up there that are out of place and the water's getting onto this portion of the roof. You see similar things up there. So it might be ready for a roof tune-up at 22 years. Yeah, you can kind of see right here how the paint is fading right there. At 22 years, yeah, another little, these are cosmetic issues, but the paint itself is probably going to be about 1% of the value or more. So that I would call it value related, and there's quite a number of just regular cosmetic type issues. So when I first came in to turn on the lights and stuff, what is running in here? Oh, it's a loud fan motor. So that fan, again, a cosmetic issue really, but that's a bad fan motor. Really loud. There it is. I don't know if you capture that on the video, but the sound of that fan was intense. More speakers. So it looks like most of the house, at least down here, has been wired for sound. Now, when I turned the lights on, when I first came in, I could hear a little dripping sound over here. And what I discovered is it's right there. So that is the hot and cold plumbing for the washing machine. Obviously, this is the laundry. There's a gas line hookup. And probably what's going on here is you got a condensation drain line that's been run down through the house. You don't see that too often. I mean, you see it, but either there's something upstairs leaking or that's from the air conditioner. Normally you see the condensation. Okay, there we go. Had a technical issue for a moment. Anyway, you can see wired for surround sound, speaker wires there, but the speakers have been removed. So there's little patches here. You can see 4 patches on the ceiling. Again, it's cosmetic, but you take those off, you're probably going to see a hole where there used to be a speaker, and then probably there's speaker wires to get back over to there. Pretty good family room type of area. So here's a bedroom. Looks like about 12 by 12. Speakers. A lot of speakers in here. It's not in great shape. I'd say it's better than average though. There's no obvious damage anywhere really. It's just like it needs a good tune-up. There's areas with a lot of opportunity for improvement and some cosmetic issues. I'd say the paint, more speakers in here. The paint on the exterior and the possible roof. You probably need a tune-up on the roof. That won't be a full roof replacement at 20 years, unless there's a serious problem, which I don't see evidence of. Big master suite here. This is a big bedroom. This one's probably 20 by 20. 2 fans going. That one has got a bad motor, just like the one downstairs. Yeah, more speaker install holes. You can kind of see the gap there. This is a speaker hole, and they've taken the speakers out and left these little, it's like a 1/8 inch masonite that's been painted, has a patch over it. Big closet, some built-in shelves and drawers. That looks like cable wire. So this might be related to something to do with like a smart hub or an alarm. Yeah, that might be an alarm hub from once upon a time. The toilet, everything in here looks fine. It's kind of super outdated for today's standards, but it's not in bad shape or anything like that. Small tub with jacuzzi. Looks like it doesn't have much mileage on it, and the shower got used more. Yeah, this is not a bad house. I'd say it's better. It doesn't look like it's been abused by renters, but you got the evidence of a family here, children. The backyard's pretty solid. The big issue that's going to affect pricing is going to be that paint. And there's a handful of like little safety related issues, like that power whip outside. Also, I forgot to mention this banister here is it's loose. So is this one. Your home inspector will find that, and they'll list it as a safety issue, but that won't prevent the sale, and this is obviously easily fixed. But if the appraiser finds it, it'll end up being a condition, an appraisal condition that will delay the sale. Or it could, if they find it. Most appraisers are kind of wild about holding up the transaction over possible safety issues. Anyway, 7805 Beartooth Cave Court. This one's listed for $549,999. There's a complicated way of saying $550,000. It's pretty straightforward. There's no HOA here, and the neighbor's got a smoker sitting out front of his house with a big sign on it that says free. That's always nice. Anyway, 7805 Beartooth Cave Court. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day.